Winter's light dances, leaving a trail of delight. There are berries and flowers for insects and birds. These little offerings will help sustain them through the colder months. I stopped by this rather striking looking plant, and as I gaze at it, I find myself thinking of snow, no doubt because of its white-tipped leaves. And then I smile. This is the closest I'll come to seeing snow here on the plains. And as I journey past the yellow gum, watching the branches sway in the breeze, I realize that there are many delights to enjoy during winter, with a slower, gentler daily rhythm. There is more rest and cups of hot chocolate in the evenings, good books to read, and wonder walks to have. What delights of winter or summer are you enjoying? Please share with me in the comments below. Winter has finally begun here, Wonder Weavers. Over the past few weeks we've had glimpses, but this week I can honestly say to you, I've really felt winter's presence. The mornings and evenings are now really cold, and we've had quite a bit of rain this week, which, the rain's been very, very welcome. When I can, I've been going out in the morning and also in late afternoon to enjoy a walk, and I've seen some incredible moon risings, and I'm curious, did you see the full moon on the solstice? It was magnificent. I really, really enjoyed it, and I last week wrote a story about a beautiful moment I had in Peru. So you can read that story on Substack, and my details are in the description. This week I had a bit of a play and I made mini silverware with the help of an oven tray. I look forward to sharing that creative adventure with you shortly. But in the meanwhile, I know that some of you are enjoying the delights of summer. Perhaps you'd like to share an experience or a vignette in the comments below. Or perhaps you'd like to share an update on your latest project. I always love to hear from you, Wonder Weavers. So let's get to it. Let's make mini silverware. In the kitchen, I discovered a foil tray, and I found myself wondering, what mini items could I make? The first idea that pops into my head is to make silver plates with the help of buttons. I shared this technique in a previous vlog, and I've left a link to it in the description below. In my hunt for inspiration in the kitchen, I also found a bottle top, and I thought I might try and use it to make a mini silver bowl. Using my compass, I draw a 3 cm in diameter circle on tracing paper. Then with my embossing tool, I trace a circle onto the foil tray. And then with the end of a graphite pencil, I begin to press the foil into the bottle top. Where needed, I trim the foil. Then with my embossing tool, I define the edges of the base of the bowl. I then press the foil into the sides of the bottle top to create the walls, and also fold over the edges to create the rim. I would like the walls and the rim of the bowl to be irregular and decorative. To help me achieve these effects, I press the foil into the ribbed walls of the bottle top with my embossing tool. I also smooth and flatten the edges of the bowl. Inspired by Victorian serving dishes, I thought I might try and emboss a pattern into the body of the bowl. I like the pattern of this stamp. With the help of an ink pad, I stamp the design onto tracing paper. And then I emboss a small section of the design into the bowl. As you will notice, I'm embossing the design on the exterior of the vessel. Then I turn it over and define the contours of the pattern. Next, I decide to have a go at making mini cutlery. I first spend some time looking at and measuring my knives and forks and spoons. Following my observations, I then draw the cutlery 1:12 in scale. Once I'm happy with my sketches, I transfer the cutlery to tracing paper with a graphite pencil. Next, with my embossing tool, I transfer the cutlery to a sheet of foil. The foil of the tray I'm using is only around 1 millimeter thick. I'm not sure how strong the cutlery will be with just a single layer of foil. So to test it, I cut one of the pieces out, and I choose a knife because it is the easiest one to cut out. Now overall I found it's easy to cut foil with scissors. If you're going to use a hobby knife, please make sure that the blade is new or sharp, otherwise the blade will tear the foil as you cut. Another thing I observed is that the foil can splinter and the splinters are really sharp, so if you try this method, please be careful. And it works well. As a second experiment, I glue 2 sheets of foil together using Yoo-hoo. I once again emboss the mini cutlery onto the foil once the glue is dry, and then I cut each one out. I start with the spoon, carefully cutting along my embossed lines. To make the bowl of the mini spoon, I emboss a depression. I then gently press the neck of the spoon into the side of my embossing tool. And to finish the spoon off, I create a long indentation in the middle of the handle. Cordelia now has a dessert spoon and a butter knife too. Of all the pieces, I find forks the hardest to make. This is the 3rd time I've tried to make one. Before cutting the mini fork out, I cut the slots, which sit in between the tines. With my hobby knife, I make straight and triangular shaped cuts. I next spend some time cutting out the mini fork. To create the rounded shape of the root of the fork, I also cut a triangular piece out in between the root and the handle. I then emboss various parts of the fork. There you go, Wonder Weavers. The table is now set, ready for a delicious dinner.
Thank you for watching, Wonder Weavers, and also for all of your support. I really appreciate it. Until the next time, take care, stay well, and don't forget to play. Adios. Ciao.
Cordelia, who are you setting the table for? You say your aunt is coming for dinner? Oh, we better find her a chair.